Hey everybody, welcome. Alright, so today I'm doing the first half of my music haul, CDs and cassettes. Not too many CDs, I got 2, but I got like 10 CDs to go through. Lots of hip hop. I found a lot of hip hop and then a lot of random towards the end. So I'll get through that and then I'll work on the second half of the video where I show you my vinyl. So if you want to check that out, I probably will have a link somewhere in the description on the side box or whatever. It'll show up though. It'll be a couple days before that goes up, but you can enjoy this now. Let's start off with the CDs. 2 for $1. I got Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On cassette. Just an amazing album. Pressed on white, I guess. But yeah, really well kept, and you got like all the greatest hits and comps that you can order from what is it, from Motown. So that was kind of cool. I love finding these in like the condition that I'm finding them in, because these are kind of, I don't know, really worth the time right now because they're so cheap. And I just got a tape deck, cassette deck I mean. Hopefully I'll find a receiver for it soon. But yeah, I always take my time with everything, as you can probably tell. So hopefully eventually I'll have that going. But right now I got a couple other things I'm playing them on. And the other one that I enjoyed this month was the Delfonics. The very best of. Just hands down OG, really amazing. Lala Means I Love You. I mean, I can't even say more about it. But yeah, super clean again for 50 cents. Couldn't have turned it down. So that's the cassettes for this month. Hopefully I find more next month. But let's get into the CDs. Start off with the hip hop. Lots of 90s stuff. So this is gonna be like, this is just grails for me here on CDs. Hopefully on vinyl one day. I do have a couple actually, so I'm working away at this. But first one here, Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity. Wow. Sorry about that. Original case, I guess, because it still has a CD label from the record store, back when they still had those big box record stores. Here's the inside. The people who had it, or whoever discarded it, marked it with Sharpie. I try to clean it as best as possible without ruining the album art. I feel like I did a really good job on this one here, but I totally jacked up this other one. But yeah, just solid album. If you haven't heard of Souls of Mischief, I'm sure you have. It's inevitable. They're really big in the 90s, and they're still relevant to today. So, dope album. I'm really happy I have it on CD. I had it at one point, but like I said, I lost a lot of my shit. So, to have it again is really cool, and hopefully now I'll keep it for a while. This next one here is a mandatory album that you have to have in your collection. I am talking about Mos Def, Talib, Kweli, BlackStar. See, this is kind of where I went in a little too hard. I discolored the sleeve, but it's the paper sleeve that covers it in the front. I don't know why anyone would just take a Sharpie to it. Maybe they were throwing them away. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, come on. It's clean on the inside, and there's a bit of Sharpie on the paper sleeve right here. So maybe one day I'll find it and I'll just upgrade it. But the CD, I was able to clean it and salvage it. Sounds great. Amazing album. I hadn't been listening to it in a while, so when I picked this up and I saw it and I listened to it again, it just took me back to that time in my life when things were different. Hip hop was different to me. It was still kind of new, and discovering all these albums and stuff. I almost had a chance to see them perform this album live at Rock the Bells, but I had school, so I couldn't go, and I think it was really broke. I saw Tribe do I saw them do Midnight Marauders, which was, and then Snoop Dogg did his album too, Doggy Style. So that was cool too. But definitely need to see them live, because I want to see them live. This next album here, I want to collect all of their music. It's The Roots. This is Tipping Point. When I saw this, I got really excited because I've never actually seen this at the swap meet. Oh no, this is a thrift find. It's $2. I think it was a promo copy because they hole punched the barcode on the back, and it's got a disclaimer here on the front saying it's a copyrighted material, you can't sell it, blah blah blah. But yeah, this is the dirty version. They have an edited version apparently. But yeah, The Roots, can't go wrong. Black Thought, I mean, amazing lyricist. Every song here, you got I Don't Care, Don't Say Nothing, Stay Cool, Boom. I mean, they never disappoint. It's one of the groups that I can just always listen to and just enjoy every single song from beginning to end. They got a little thing going on, or like a concept usually with their music. So enjoyable, needed in your collection if you're gonna get into hip hop. If you're already in there, then you know what I'm talking about. This next one here is a blind pickup. No idea who these guys were. Boogie Monsters. The album is titled Riders of the Storm, the Underwater album. I did some research, just a quick wiki, you know, look up or whatever. Turns out that they had two albums. This is the first one. This one came out in '94. The other one came out in '97. But '97's album was a bit different because two of the brothers left. They became really religious, or more religious. I don't know. I felt like they were already religious when they started making this album, because you hear a bit of a religious undertone to the music. It's not preachy. It's not like a Christian hip hop group, but it was there because they were sort of reflecting on their lives and stuff like that. So their faith came up a lot. But they did become religious, and they didn't feel like hip hop lined up with their religious lives or lifestyle. So they left the group, and so the remaining part of the Boogie Monsters made a second album in '97, which was pretty Christian apparently. I haven't listened to it yet, but that's what it said. But they were influenced by like De La Soul, Tribe, and all that, Souls, Mischief. If you like that '90s type of hip hop, this album actually does a pretty good job of sounding just like that era. I mean, it's '94, so it's gonna sound that way. That was pretty much the sound at that time. But yeah, not too bad. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not religious or anything, so I'm not trying to be like, yeah, you know. But I do appreciate people having strong faith and belief that makes them better people. So I always embrace that. And you can hear it in their music as well. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, again, very subtle, not like pushy or preachy or anything. So definitely glad I picked that up. This next one here is the Fugees Tranzlator's crew. I'm sorry, Blunted on Reality. I have never seen this, and it has Boof Bath. Yeah, it's got vocab and nappy heads. This is like a big party album. Like every song is just so hyped up. It bumps in my car. So I was really happy to listen to this when I was driving, because it really got me all jazzed up. But yeah, lots of great songs. I don't care what anyone says. Lauryn Hill will always be the queen of hip hop. I know right now that a lot of people are saying she's being dethroned by like Cardi B or fucking Nicki Minaj. Not a fan of theirs. I mean, whatever. When it comes to lyricism, delivery, and the authentic factor of what she was all about, she had it all down. And I feel that's missing a lot from what, you know, a lot of these queens of hip hop, these self-titled, self-appointed queens of hip hop are calling themselves or saying about themselves. Just something so awesome about her that I don't think has been done since. So in my heart, she's #1, always will be. Anyways, the next stack here, the second half of it, is just random stuff. Starting off here with Miles Davis, Birth of Cool, off the Capital Jazz label. I've been wanting to listen to this album for the longest time because of the, you know, it keeps showing up, and so I finally found it for $2, and it's actually pretty decent condition. Really loungy, laid back, jazz, still very beautiful and just inspirational to me. I don't know, it's a really great album. So super happy I got that. These next two I actually found at the same time, and it's kind of funny that I found them at the same time. It's Patsy Cline's Greatest Hits, her definitive collection. You got like 22 songs on here of just fire. And then you have Jim Reeves. If you've been watching, Jimmy, thank you again for introducing me to him. Finding him together was kind of funny and really cool. It's his, I guess his greatest. He's got Bimbo, Four Walls, Mexican Joe, Yonder Comes a Sucker. Really great condition again. Look at that. Looking like a boss on that one. And then you got Patsy listening to a record. She's just so amazing. And beautiful too, look at that. So she will always be my favorite. And then the last two, wow, I've actually burned through this stack pretty quick. This one here I found at the swap meet for $2. It is The Cure's debut album. Three Imaginary Boys. It's been remastered, and they did this packaging deal with it where they included what they call the rarities from 1977 to 1979. You got Boys Don't Cry, Grinding Halt, I Want to Be Old. I'm sorry. I was trying to read two titles at the same time. I'm Cold, Heroin Face, all that stuff, like demo studio outtakes. You got some rare album tracks that never made it out, and then some live tracks as well. First time actually listening to The Cure, like from beginning to end, or well, listening to one of their albums from beginning to end. Beautiful packaging. I love the way they put it all together. It comes with a little booklet. Yeah, some really old like pictures. Here's the back, and then you have some like production notes. You got some words there. Really, really cool. Very insightful into the band and the time and all that cool stuff. So yeah, it was a treat to listen to this album finally from beginning to end, and couldn't have picked a better CD to sort of listen to, I guess, their debut. But for $2, I couldn't pass it up. So I now have that. Okay, so here is the last CD of the haul. You guys made it to the end. Thank you so much. This thing makes me feel cool every time I listen to it. It is Pulp Fiction soundtrack. I've been looking for it for a minute now. I just found the CD. I'm sorry, the DVD. Still like in its original shrink and everything. Brand new for $2. So I've been watching that, just leaving it on or whatever. But yeah, every single song on here is amazing. It's got some sound bites from the movie itself, transitioning through. You got Ezekiel, the theme is Ezekiel 25:17 at the very end. The case has been completely destroyed, but I have some spares. I find them at the thrift store, like a pack of 10 at Savers for like $2, and so I'll switch them over whenever I find broken cases. But look at that, super cool, amazing movie. I love this movie. I remember watching this a long time ago and just really digging into Quentin Tarantino's movies that way. But yeah, been a fan since, so really happy to have that. Hopefully I'll have it on vinyl one day. That's what I'm aiming for. But there it is. Made it through the first half. The second half will be up in a couple days, so you can digest this one. Let me know what kind of CDs you guys found. I know that's a vinyl channel, but CDs are hella cheap right now, and I think this is a time to jump in and start collecting them if you haven't. Definitely something to look into. Cassettes too. I mean, 2 for $1. They're just throwing them away. So, links are in the description down below. Follow me there. Pictures, updates, and all that stuff. Till then, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys on the next one.